Okay, next thing I want to talk about here is the setup of your transition area. And I'm going to go through two different setups. One is on the road bike, a little simpler setup that allows you to get on the bike quickly. The second one we'll go through is a more advanced setup that will be on the triathlon bike. So let's look at the road bike setup first. So here's where I'd have my towel set down in transition. So my bike's on the rack here. This is the road bike setup. So first things first, my helmet's on my bike. Sunglasses are in the helmet, arms open, straps of the helmet are on the outside. So it's nice and easy to access the helmet here. Put the glasses on, put the helmet on, strap it up, and away I go. A little faster option, but again, take some practice, is to slide the sunglasses in the helmet here, and you can actually have them on. Just put the helmet on and then put the glasses on after, but it takes a little practice to do that. So again, up to you what's more comfortable. This setup works generally just fine. Then you'll see on my bike I have my water bottle already attached. For a sprint distance or less, again, all you need is one water bottle. That's plenty. And then looking at the bike itself, it's hooked on the seat, is on the bar, the transition post, and I have a bike bag in the back. That's a repair kit, so in case I get a flat, I've got a couple spare tubes in there, some tire levers, and some CO2 cartridges, and the air valve that attaches to the cartridges that you apply to the actual tire to fix it. So that's what's in there. And then coming around, just a couple things to note about the actual setup of the pedal. So as you can see, I put all my gear on the left side of the bike. The reason is because I will come to the left side. You'll see my shoes are pointing to the way I'm going to enter in, so you don't want them turned the other way. You want them turned this way because you're going to come into transition this way, and you'll put them on with the toes pointing towards the bike. It just makes it faster and easier. And then I'll grab my bike on the left hand side of the bike and take it out of transition. So when I hop on the bike, my right leg's going to come over, and you see my pedal on this side of the bike on the right side is forward. And the reason why it's forward, or in that 3 o'clock position, is so I can easily hop on the bike and push my foot down and get up to speed really quickly. The other thing you'll see is it's in a nice easy gear. So it might be on the big chainring on the front, but I've got it on the bigger cog on the back, so I can get up to speed easily. You don't want it on the smaller cog because it'll be harder to get up to speed. If you want to be able to get up to speed quickly, then you can shift as needed. The other thing, the reason why I grab the bike from the left side and mount with my, after I get past the mount line, with my leg over the right, onto the right side of the bike, is because I don't want to run with the bike on the right side, because this big chainring is there, and sometimes your leg can get caught on that as you're running, which can be rather painful. So just a little easier and safer to move with your bike being on the left side of it. So a couple of last things about the setup here. You'll see I have my bike shoes facing towards the front wheel. You always want to have your stuff set up at your front wheel, okay? Again, I prefer the left side. Then you have your two shoes. They're loosened up so I can slide my feet in. I've got my running shoes here with those bungee laces. Socks are tucked in if I choose to wear socks. For sprint distance or less, I generally don't wear socks at all. I'll put a little chamois cream inside the back of the shoe and at the toe bed of each of the runners and the cycling shoes, just to provide a bit of lubrication and prevent any friction. I've got my visor and my race belt attached right on my running shoes, because generally you'll wear those for the run. So you want to have them set out and ready to pick up real quickly. So that's a nice neat transition area there with everything set up. So again, when you come into transition, typically what you'll see is there'll be one bike facing this way, and then the other bike, the actual front wheel beside here, will be facing the other way. All you need to remember is those directions oppose, and the next thing is that you always want to set up your stuff at your front wheel, okay, and preferably on the left side.